Come in, Cope. Shut the door behind you.
Is anything wrong?
Why isn't the cargo aboard? It was supposed to have been loaded last night.
We got all the perishable food stuff loaded. There's still plenty of time to load the rest.
Plenty of time? We sail in 18 hours, man. Get that stuff aboard.
Yes, Sir George.
And Cope, I don't want any slip-up. We're going for the transatlantic record.
First time out?
First time out. Well, don't just stand there.
All right, speed it up. I want all these crates aboard as soon as possible. Is everything all right, Professor McLean?
Yes, Mr. Cope. I've checked the over-horizon radar. It's in perfect order.
We appreciate your expert advice, Professor. What do you think of the hoverliner, Joe?
It's great. Is she ready for her maiden voyage?
She's ready. First chance I get, Joe, I'll arrange a short trip for you.
Yes,
Sir George,
speaking.
just listen carefully, Sir George.
Who's that?
I said listen. I want to warn you, Sir George. I want to give you a sporting chance.
Warn me? Of what?
A bomb. A bomb with an instant trigger detonator.
A bomb? On the hoverliner? Is this a practical joke?
It's no hoax. You see, I made it.
Who is this? Who is this? Yes, it's probably a hoax, but I want everyone off that ship, fast.
A bomb scare, Professor. We're clearing the ship.
Come and look, Mr. Cope. There's something happening down there.
They've found it.
Clear the area. Get everyone back.
I think we ought to postpone the maiden voyage.
No. This project was sponsored by the British and American governments. Our job is to show the world an outstanding example of international cooperation. And that's exactly what we're going to do. SS Friendship sails at first light tomorrow morning.
If those crates had been aboard, there wouldn't be a hoverliner.
But they weren't. The ship isn't damaged and a security cordon has been thrown around it. Every person and every ounce of baggage will be checked and double-checked before it's allowed aboard.
I think we should call in outside help.
No, we'll handle this ourselves. Nothing must go wrong. Nothing will go wrong.
Possible. We're dealing with something more than a simple-minded crank. That was a very intricate bomb.
Oh, you were right to tell us, Professor. And the fact that 100 VIPs from both countries will be on board means WIN must get involved.
Sir George Harris won't be pleased, but personally, I'm relieved to hear it.
How'll we handle it, Chief?
Well, first of all, I'll get myself on that trip to New York.
Yeah, but what are my instructions?
Start a full-scale investigation. Get down to the dockyard as soon as you can. Play it by ear. Take any action you think is necessary. And fit a recording device to Harris's phone.
Is there anything I can do, Mr. Weston?
Well, not right now, Joe. But I'd like you and the professor to stay around. Well, see you in 3 days.
I hope everything goes well, Mr. Weston.
We're here to make sure it does, Joe. Goodbye, Professor.
Have a good trip. You just made it, Sam.
And just to wish you bon voyage, Chief. And tell you that Sir George isn't that happy about our involvement.
We expected that. Are the phones taken care of, Sam?
Yes, Chief. If Harris receives another threat, we'll have a recording.
Good. Well, I think I'll get on board. Professor, you and Joe get back to the cottage, just in case anything breaks.
Right, Mr. Weston.
And I've got a meeting with Harris.
I don't know who called WIN in, Mr. Luber, but I resent the fact that they were.
Well, it's no secret you've had trouble on this project. We're only here to help.
All right, we've had our difficulties. But I can assure you, if you're thinking in terms of another bomb, forget it.
I wish I was on board with Mr. Weston, Dad.
I expect you to, Joe.
How fast can she go, Dad?
Oh, it's only taxiing now. When they open her up, she'll touch 60 knots.
60 knots? That's fantastic.
Taxiing completed, Captain. Main acceleration position taken.
Articulate countdown.
Countdown stands at minute 16, 15.
Full fuel or starter motors. With your permission, Mr. Weston, I'll take my ship out to sea.
You're in command, Captain. I'm simply here in case of emergency.
Then what's supposed to happen? You take charge?
That, Captain, depends on the type of emergency.
I see.
Permission unnecessary, Captain, but granted.
Prepare to open fuel valves. Synchronize feed with countdown.
8, fuel injection synchronized. 7, 6, 5, 2, 1.
We've checked everything, but still no lead on the guy who made that phone call.
The Friendship is safely out to sea by now.
If there is a second bomb, wouldn't it have to be on board already?
I can't see how it could have got there, Joe. Everything was treble checked into the hold. VIP's luggage included.
Mr. Louver,
Ah, that could be the chief calling. Sam Louver here.
message from WINHQ London. Message reads, second threat received by Sir George Harris. Message ends.
Does that mean there's another bomb?
Looks like it, Joe. You'd better let Shane Weston know, Sam.
Listen, Sam, you've got a recording of the phone call. Now, I want you to use the voice apparatus at the laboratory. For that, you'll need a voice print of everybody who works at the shipyard, including anyone who left recently or was dismissed. Right?
Okay, Chief. That might get us the caller, but it still leaves us the problem of the bomb.
Sam, if there is a bomb on board, we need help. We can only get it from the man who made that phone call. Get to work.
Right, Chief. Out. Let's get to WINHQ.
All right, Weston. What do you propose?
Turn the ship back.
It's too late. We're in mid-Atlantic.
Evacuate all passengers.
In normal service, a hoverliner is virtually unsinkable, Weston. There's no need for life rafts.
Until you hit this sort of emergency.
The call must have been a hoax. Nobody could have smuggled a bomb past the security checks.
You're taking quite a risk, Captain.
Listen, Weston. There are times when a man has to take risks.
Even if it involves other people's lives?
Certainly.
You're right, Captain. I guess this is one of them. Turn this ship around. I mean it.
Just another warning, Sir George. To give you that sporting chance. You have from now until 6:30 tomorrow morning.
How does it work, Dad?
Very simple. A voice print is as individual as a fingerprint. The different cadences and rhythms form patterns which are never repeated in other voices.
You feed in the voice, Joe, you're trying to identify.
Then check it against the voices of the shipyard employees.
Just another warning, Sir George. To give you that sporting. Just another warning, Sir George.
And I think maybe we've turned something up.
Here's your man, Mr. Louver. Personal document 7903E. Recorded by Principal Officer Johnston Webb.
Johnston Webb. Webb, W.
It didn't sound like the same man, Dad.
He obviously tried to disguise his voice, Joe. But it's just not possible to alter your voice print. Ah, Webb. Here's his card.
What does it say?
Everything fits. He was dismissed from the company for gross malpractice, channeling company money into his own pocket.
So he could be holding a grudge.
What was his job, Dad?
He worked in the propellant and thrust department.
Propellant and thrust. Aren't they just fancy names for explosives?
Close enough, Sam.
Okay, we'll find him, Mac. You and Joe better get back to the cottage. This could be a job for Joe 90.
If you're wrong about that bomb, Weston,
Captain, you just don't know how much I'm hoping I am wrong.
I understand, Sam. Out. Come on, Joe. Let's get down to the laboratory. They've found Johnston Webb.
Just another warning, Sir George. To give you that sporting chance.
Come off it, Louver. It doesn't even sound like me.
It doesn't have to sound like you. Okay, Webb, why don't you admit it? You made the calls.
Try proving it in court.
Ever heard of something called a voice print?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you? Where's that bomb, Webb?
I've got nothing more to say.
You don't need to say anymore.
I think you better go, Louver.
Sure, Webb. I think I've got all I came for. But you won't be going anywhere. The police are waiting outside.
Well, Joe, you now have the brain pattern of Johnston Webb. Is there a bomb on board the Friendship?
Yes.
Where is it? How is it smuggled aboard?
It wasn't. It was taken aboard quite openly. Concealed in the presentation model of SS Friendship.
Get everyone below deck and keep them there.
And how am I supposed to do that?
Tell them it's a fire drill or something. Just do it.
How do you plan to tackle the trigger mechanism, Joe?
It's a tough one, Sam. There are two separate detonators.
And how do you handle the second detonator?
You can't.
You serious, Joe?
Absolutely. The second detonator is set to explode only 10 seconds after the primary detonator is defused.
Can we radio Shane Weston to throw it overboard?
No. The moment that model's moved from its mounting, it'll go up.
Sounds quite a trigger device.
That's only part of it.
There she is, to starboard.
Not a soul on deck, Mac.
Shane Weston's arranged for all the passengers to be confined to their quarters during the operation. Told them it was a routine fire drill.
Good. Time check.
06:18 hours.
Giving 12 minutes to impact time at 06:30. I'll get into the harness.
Come on, Joe. Good work, Joe. How long have we got?
8 minutes as of now. And every second's going to count. Even knowing the combination, the instant trigger device is no pushover.
I apologize, Weston. I was wrong.
Don't worry about that now. Just keep this ship steady.
Stand by, Mac. So far, so good.
Fine. But hurry, Joe. And be careful.
That's what we're after. The red and white tube.
The detonator?
The primary detonator. The moment I remove that, we've got 10 seconds.
Understood. And in any case, the whole lot's set to go up at 6:30. Minus 5 minutes, Joe.
6, 1, 8, 0, 5, 9.
Joe, it Must be time for your father to do his bit.
Take it easy, Sam. Hello, Mac. Ready for you in 1 minute 40.
You're cutting it fine.
No choice, Mac.
Okay, Joe. You're the expert. Preparing approach now.
Okay, ready to remove detonator. Remember, this is a one-shot try, Mac. No second chances.
I know, Joe.
Here goes, then. All yours, Mac. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 3. Let go, Mac. Jettison.
Well, that's it, Chief.
Yes, thanks to Joe.
And Mac, how's he doing, by the way?
Oh, he's hovering about somewhere. Hovering, you get... Hovering, get it? You know where...
I, don't read you, Chief.
Hovering, you know, we're all in a hovercraft and...
Chief.
Oh, Mr. Weston.